discipline has been handed down to a Toledo firefighter after his crew argued about responding to a call of a child who needed help.
And the I-Team was first to tell you about this back in November. In the last few days, the city finalized that discipline. I-Team reporter Sean Haggerty is live with the story, new at 6. Sean.
Yeah, Lee, the city safety director had to sign off on that discipline after the fire department held its administrative hearing in February. All of that has now been completed. Firefighters were responding to a call for help made by the mother of this child, Carly Collins, on November 5th. EMS crews called to the West Alexis Road home because the baby was having trouble breathing. Instead of going right to the call, the incident detail report obtained by the I-Team says firefighters in Engine 25 called dispatch to argue that another crew was closer. Turns out that other crew was actually getting fuel somewhere else. Finally, the firefighters arrived 11 minutes after getting that call. After we asked about all this, the Toledo Fire and Rescue Department conducted an internal investigation and held an administrative hearing. And from all of that, one firefighter has received a 3-day suspension. That firefighter's name has not been released yet. We expect to have that in the coming days as part of records that we have requested from the department. Fortunately, by the time that EMS actually arrived, baby Carly started to breathe more normally and did not end up needing a trip to the hospital. More information on that investigation as we get it. Diane?